This is WAP Paparazzi on WAP TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, of course you are wanting to know, call me the slimmest of them, or call me SlimmyTee, call me Adetola or Daring Wale. This is your #1 family entertainment channel. Okay, so in as much as we stand for entertainment, and when we see things we go inform, and when we see things we go educate, when we see things we say we know say this will be of huge benefit to the public. We know they like carry last on top of the matter. So why are we out today? We are out here repping one of the successful business mogul where the world itself don't ever create. Talking about Jim Ovia, of course, Mr. Jim Ovia. In case you don't know him, now the founder of Zenith Bank. And guess what? He's into writing, just in case you don't know. And today, we don't come out for the launch of his book, when be titled as Africa Rise and Shine. Okay, Africa Rise and Shine. Of course, how a Nigerian entrepreneur from humble beginnings grew a business to $16 billion. So how did it happen? In Nigeria, just one person being grown from the scratch to the top. Okay, and this time around, he's not just just centered the message on top in. So come on, he's an African, but then this time around, a message to Africans. We get that chance, we get that privilege, we get the opportunity to rise. There is no limitation, there is no barrier as far as you are ready to be successful. Okay, so today we'll get to know what's up with the book, and of course, if that old saying, that old mentality of saying Africans don't like to read, still there. I don't know, but for me, I think, we don't overpass them. These days we like to read, these days we love to know more. Okay, so guys, you guys get to see a whole lot of things. All I can tell you guys, just stick around. Like I told you guys, this is your #1 family entertainment channel. We will be right back, of course, with beautiful faces.
Guide our leaders right, help our youth the truth to know, in love and honesty.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Kolade, ladies present here today, and gentlemen also who are here to grace this great occasion. At age over 99, it's difficult for me to know what to say to an assembly of this nature. But I do believe it is worthwhile that Jim Ovia had done this. I was taken by surprise, and I was accepted not only to read the book, but to do a little bit of a write-up on the book.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm well.
You look very good.
Thanks for that.
Okay, sir, can we meet you?
Professor Fabian Ajogu, SAN.
All right, sir, what can you say about the author and the book?
Mr. Jim Ovia is the center point of excellence. His book tells us that in the midst of the crisis in Africa lies opportunities that few would see, but is giving us tips on how to do it. And he makes the point that the path to success is linear and very difficult. But that is what success is made of. And I thank him for doing that, and we're here to support him.
Okay, so do you think that mentality of Africans not liking to read Do you think it has changed over time?
Well, you know, people put myths and they become near reality. Lots of Africans have read and been distinguished at Harvard, Cambridge, Lagos Business School, and local universities. So I think it's something that is meant to encourage people to take more interest in reading.
Thank you, Jim, for writing this important book. Thank you even more for being an example of what is possible and necessary for this continent to grow. You have opened the door to success, and your life teaches many wonderful lessons. It is up to the next generation to walk through that door in order to create a better and more prosperous Africa and Nigeria. Thank you very much for listening.
Jim Ovia has been a very strong, passionate, private sector giant. And he's taking so many strides. Nobody else is as qualified as him to do this kind of thing. And he deserves our support. His contribution to the economy of the country is immeasurable.
What can you say about the book, sir? Africa Rise and Shine?
I've not seen it.
Okay.
I've not read it.
Then do you think now Africans are interested in reading unlike before?
We must rise. But we must rise.
Who am I to come and speak after the Jagaban has spoken? But obviously, you know, the truth is there's no person that's actually gone through the profession of accountancy that would not have had something to do with Uncle Jim. That's the truth. There's nobody that will read this kind of book that will not be inspired. I just think I want to also recommend it to everyone. It's always very good where, you know, people who are successful in their chosen career or profession decide to say something about how they really toiled to get to where they are. You know, people just think people get to be successful without actually knowing that they actually toiled to become successful. And, you know, this kind of book inspires our younger ones to become more resourceful and then more inspiring. Uncle Jim, I wish you, just like what my doyen said, and also the other person said, that we need to read more books in our own lifetime for you to continue to inspire us. God bless you.
Well, the author, Mr. Jim Ovia, is actually an entrepreneur of a different class. He is an inspirational leader. He is one of the models that we look to have, we pray to have many of his personalities in Africa. He is such a great investor and a visionary leader. That is why, of course, he wrote this book. And you'll see from the quality of attendees here that he's a great personality that has written this book.
Okay, so what can you say about the title of the book, Africa Rise and Shine?
Well, you know, over the years, the continent of Africa has been portrayed in a different, mostly in the negative sense, associated with bad governance, associated with poverty, associated with instability and wars. But you know, there are several other good sides of Africa for which the author tries to bring out the very good things, the potentials of the continent in Africa. So, you know, the narrative is being changed by the author, such that it will portray it as that continent that is really warming up to explode in terms of investment opportunities, in terms of all the potentials in this world.
And on behalf of the author and all of us who are standing with him here, we want to present to you the book, Africa, Rise and Shine. Thank you very much. I'm sure that all of us who are here do not only recognize the fact that Africa can rise and shine, but indeed every single one of us is called upon today to rise and shine. Thank you very much.
Africa is rising. If Africa is embracing technology, new economy, information age, the same way as US, the same way as UK, and so many other European countries, there's no better definition that Africa truly is rising. Now, more importantly, 2 years ago, in 2016, more than 50% of African nations, to be precise, about 25, 26 African countries, held democratically elected governments. More than 50% held democratically elected government. And today, the record shows that there's no single African country that is being ruled by any military. They are no longer ruled by soldiers. None. I thought, yes, we need to clap for Africa in that regard. It's true, story, you can check it out. So how else can you describe a situation of hopelessness, coups, corruptions, and conflicts 20, 30 years ago, till today, you have proper democratically elected government? Is Africa rising? So these are great indicators to show that Africa truly is rising.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I did very super proud to be an African, more importantly in Nigeria, because, you know, those days where they always talk, say, Africa, and, you know, they regard us as a dark continent, you know, where we say people they like associate with us, you know, we're regarded as slaves and all of that. But now, if you check and we see Africa are one of the leading continents for the world, and amazingly, trust me, you can't talk about Africa, with the growth of Africa, without talking about Nigeria. And this time around, of course, all of that now we don't see on stage. Everyone was given a chance. You know, most of the bosses, let me call them that, you know, most of our bosses for Nigeria were given chances, you know, to take a page, at least say something about, you know, any of the pages in the book Africa Rise and Shine. Of course, amazing book written by Jim Ovia was a success. The launch was a success. And of course, I see all of the dignitaries will be graced the occasion, from the vice president to the governor of Lagos. For that event, we've been get like over 10 governors. The Oba of Lagos was there, like different Obas. Come on, guys. It was indeed a star-studded event, if you ask me. I was honored to have been able to cover this. And of course, I was able to learn so much. Okay, so I'm proud to be an African, and like I said earlier, I am proud to be a Nigerian. God bless Nigeria, God bless Africa, God bless WAP TV.